Up next, how to bring wow into your entrance with Textile. My next visit is to see a man for whom India is home and textile an obsession. Peter Dascoli prints some of the finest heritage-inspired fabrics. Just the person to meet for new ideas on how to create big impact with the right cut of cloth.
The Indian impulse has always been for decoration. We see it everywhere. It's one of the things I love about India, and that's why modern Indian design is very exciting for me, because we see so many of these heritage types of inspirations, but being interpreted in new ways. So with our customers, we try to tell the story. Wow. It's a big part of what we do.
Let's take a look at some of his delicious textiles and learn just how to use them at home.
This is an antique 19th century, old and very large, as you can see, very dramatic. I love this.
Lots of drama. And yes. What was this used for?
This would have been used for a tent or a wall hanging, and it's quite large.
So you can immediately tell because it's got such a great length to it.
Yes.
And it would look so dramatic at a distance.
Exactly.
Big impact.
Exactly. The color is very well preserved. India dominated the textile trade, the global textile trade, for many, many years. People were decorating with this, using it for ceremonies as well. The nobility would use it in the Durbar halls. There would be canopies on top. There would be wall hangings. Even fans would be embellished and embroidered with these types of motifs. And the European manufacturers started imitating this look. And the French call these Indiennes.
Indiennes have been used to create impact in a room. The tented accommodations of Napoleon the Great when he was out on military campaigns, so that he created tents even back in his palace.
This is an image of Napoleon's bedroom.
Wow.
At his house that he built for his wife Josephine, called Malmaison. This is an image of the tent of Tipu Sultan, the ruler of Mysore.
It's stunning.
This was his private quarters.
Anyone who's in love with fabric, this is a dream, because here's a pile of all kinds of very exquisite and unique pieces that have been developed by you.
Yes.
Our first new fabric has a gorgeous repeating pattern.
If you look at the print, two things. Firstly, it's inspired by a Turkish tile pattern in the town of Iznik. Speaking of Indian nobility, this is the sort of pattern that you might have seen in Hyderabad with their ancient links with Turkey. This is a wonderful linen. You can feel the crispness of the hand. It drapes very beautifully. And this is what I would call a transitional pattern in the sense that you could have this in a more modern interior. It's not very feminine.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more masculine.
And it's very warm. And it's something that you can really see draped on a wall.
This is one of the very rich silks. And let's say you want to create a wonderful study for your husband to have his cognac and cigars. There's a big wing-back chair. You could cover it in this with prints of shikar on the wall. So
very masculine.
That's the tiger. Yes.
Very macho and luxurious.
But also modern as well in the treatment of this skin.
Super. And what about here? This is sort of a peachy...
Yeah. Think about for yourself, off your bathroom, a dressing room, tented in this.
Of
Wonderful.
course.
Now, this is a Napoleonic, neoclassic design on the linen, but in the very fresh pink.
So this is beautiful for a dressing room. I could spend all day getting ready and have nowhere to go at the end of it all.
The last, we talked about silk. And this is really the... It's also a little bit of bling in the sense that you have the shine.
Ooh, now, silk is like a completely different effect. This is so luxurious. I mean, you just about dare to touch it.
It depends on the look that you want. The cotton is matte. There's no shine to it. The linen is very textural with some slubs and nubs, a little bit more rustic, but still elegant. And then here we have this shiny, almost a wet look.
Yeah,
it's very sexy, very opulent.
Now, how can one possibly afford to drape a whole room of curtains or even have a tented room with this. That would be completely unthinkable.
Fabrics and decoration is a way to show power, wealth, prestige.
Silk for the modern-day sultan, and for the relative pauper, poplin.
Maybe you have a youngster in the house, a young man that wants some mod, kind of funky pillows in his bedroom. You could use this cotton poplin.
Peter, now I'd like to invite myself over to your home to see how you have used some of the fabrics that we've seen here today. It is a delight to see a designer put his work to use in his own home. The entrance to Peter Dascoli's house is draped to give it a tented feel that is warm, sumptuous and inviting. With that, I say goodbye to my designer friend.